Got these connectors. Let's do this. So if you've been following along, let me put you guys up here for a second. If you've been following along, this is day 4 of the Quarren Daily stuff that I'm trying to do. Decided it's Friday, might as well do a video. These damn crimps came, so gonna throw this on. If you were following along before that, I guess. I've been having starting issues. Brand new starter, brand new alternator, brand new battery, and we're still having an issue where I hit the button and it'll click. Going with the grounds right now. This is some wire I have from when I did the battery relocation kit a while back. The black wire that I have, I just kept it short, and that's grounded in the trunk. I'm gonna try to do a better ground off the battery, straight to one of the bolts on the starter. It's not going to the starter itself because you give that power. This is going to be the bolt on the starter. And if I ever feel like getting crazy, I could always do like a little distribution block to the front and run everything to that, which would be a hard ground from the battery, and the battery is still grounded to the body, but who knows if that's even working that good right now. I don't know if I'm going to try to jack the back of the car up a little bit more. I do have a creeper, and I've never used it because my car's never jacked up high enough. First things first, I got to make the crimp connection on one end, and then we're going to start feeding it back, zip tying it up. I don't know if I'm going to leave a little extra slack. Maybe I'll leave a little extra slack in the front somewhere, just in case I want to do this, connect this ground somewhere else on the engine. Let's make this connection on the end, and then start running it to the back. Let me see. Let me make this connection, then we'll see what we're going to do. Because the back end doesn't need a crimp on it. Just needs to go into that terminal. Now that I'm looking at it, I should have ordered more of these. I kind of messed up on that one. I mean, I didn't mess up ordering them, but I knew I was only ordering 4 at the time, but I should have ordered more just to do a lot more grounds. But let me put this on. I like to take it, if you have a vise, just fold one end down, then fold the other end down. Get this little extra slack sitting there. No big deal. Crimp it down as tight as you can. Make sure that's on there firm. It's on there pretty good. Remember to put your little, comes with some red and some black ones. Remember to put those on beforehand, or you're never getting them on. So get that on like that. Cleans it up nice. If you want to get crazy, you could always put some tape on over it, but leaving it like that. Got to remember what size bolt it was on the starter. I think it was a 12 or 14. Taking that off, throwing this on, and feeding it back to the car. Feeding it to the back. Where are we at right now? We got to bolt it up to the starter. I don't know if we're going to be able to see it at all, but where's the starter? We got it connected to that bolt right there. I decided not to leave as much slack, so just gonna go down the whole length of the car, zip tying it up till we get to the trunk, and then I have a hole where I have other wires going out. What wires going out? The underglow wires are going out that hole. We'll just send it in through there, and then connect to battery. So I will see you guys in a minute when this is done. Okay, where are we at here? I already showed you guys. Bolted on the starter. I don't know if we're going to be able to get a good enough view here, but I have it from right there running all the way down the car, looped up like in the subframe all nice. We go around back. Trunk is closed again. I need this, but go around back. Power wire's there. That's power wire. Ground is there. The extra wires are my underglow. Got 2 wires going to that one. Ground is the one that's coming over here straight to the body, and the other one, that's the one that's bolted to the starter. Got my underglow is hooked up. I don't know if it actually, there you go. Hook that back up just so you have the coolness factor again. So these were the grounds that were on. Hold on, I might find a spot for another ground just for extra grounding, but those were on. These were the 2 that went to the battery. That's my extra. Here's another piece of just extra random. That was the one that I put on the other day. That was the one going from the starter to the frame. I might see if I could put that somewhere else. I don't know where. Let me get under the car. I'm gonna take a look around, see if there's another spot I could ground, just extra grounds, because you can't have too many grounds, and hopefully this is the issue. I do have 3 more of these connectors. I got 3 more of those connectors, but they're not gonna fit these wires, so I'm gonna have to use it on this wire, which means I could really only make one connection, because you need 1 on each end, 2, and I only have 3. Let's open this door, and we're gonna try this out together. Ground is on. I added that other one. That one's actually connected to the head now, and to, well, the other side of this, so this is kind of like frame rail. Head. The block is grounded in like 2 or 3 spots. I think it's 2 right now. And then that big ground going to the starter, to the bolt on the starter, so it should be like grounding everything that's connected to that, basically. So it should be transmission and kind of engine block, but who knows if that was even working right. So let's piece this together. Great. Doesn't work. Motherfuck. All right, one more try. Getting pretty damn fed up with this. Doing some research, and there might be something with like a starter relay. So I'm gonna have to look into that, because maybe it's not giving enough juice to whatever wire is triggering that. I don't know. I ran that ground that I ran to the bolt on the starter. I switched that to. I changed it into a power wire, so it's going to the positive on the battery, and it's going straight to the positive power source on the starter itself. The old one that was there, I have that disconnected and taped up for now, just to see, just so, because I didn't feel like disconnecting everything at the moment. So I'm gonna try it again. I don't know if it's gonna start. We'll see. I'm kind of expecting the same exact thing to happen, but I will conquer this at some point. Could be something with the wiring underneath. I don't know. All right, so it started right up, but I don't know if that's because it was already warm. This is going to be something that I'm going to have to keep checking every once in a while, but for now, maybe going through that little distribution block that I have is giving too much like power drop to the starter. We're gonna see how it works for now. I do have more grounds that I can put on if need be, but right now it worked. That wire that I said I was gonna leave extra slack on, that ground wire, it just barely reaches. Stupid me, I didn't leave enough slack on it. But like I said, we're gonna keep checking that every once in a while. Right now it worked. It started right up. You heard it. It's cranked right over. So hopefully that's the case. I'm gonna take that other. I'm gonna leave that other wire taped up for now and out of the way because I have it zip tied all nice at the moment. And if this doesn't fix it, I'm gonna wind up putting it back the way I had it. But so far so good. Let's make this a A and a B section, or chapter 2 or whatever of this video. One issue I have, not really issue, we took apart a lot of the car to like clean it up. The trim, we repainted stuff just to freshen it up. And when I put the windshield wiper back on, as you see, it's dead center. So gonna attempt to take everything back apart. Just a couple bolts here and there and some clips. I think shouldn't be too much stuff to disassemble. The thing that needs to be, like the motor is like over here somewhere, so I probably just have to take off this one panel. I don't remember where the windshield wiper sits when it's not in use. I want to say it was over here, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'm just gonna have to like reset it and then put everything back together, and then that's good. We have this on the battery tender. Just replaced the battery on it this week. From what we were told, it was a new battery, but the car doesn't get it doesn't get driven, and there's an alarm system on it, so I feel like that just like completely killed the car. The battery was completely shot. It wouldn't even take a charge. We tried jump starting it for a little bit, for a long time. tried putting the battery tender on it. It wouldn't even like register. It was just blinking light, and the blinking light says something like it's like not connected properly or something like that. So the battery's complete shit. Put a new one in, it starts again, but I'm doing the smart thing this time, and I'm just gonna leave it on the battery tender all the time because we don't really drive this car because it needs new tires. And there's no point to get new tires and put them on the stock wheels. So when my wife can make up her mind what wheels she wants, get wheels and tires, put it on the car, and then we can start driving it a little more. These things are very old, and I do not trust them. Pretty sure that's how Paul Walker died. Tires are like really old and just... All you gotta do to reset your windshield wipers, obviously you're gonna have to turn them on at some point, but you always want to check to see where it resets to, and then just put the windshield wiper there. So I moved the windshield wiper down. I could probably even pull this down even more, which I might do. Alright, so a little mini project done. I'm done for today. Maybe we'll try starting the car again. I don't know. I'm almost nervous to try it, but might as well do it. Might as well do it. I'll let it run for a little bit. Alright, let's try starting it one more time. Keep your fingers crossed for me. If all it needed was a power wire straight from the battery to the starter, I feel like an idiot. Good thing about having completely horrible paint, I just spray it down with the detail cloth, the detail spray, and wipe. I don't do that with my wheels. My wheels I actually clean because they're gloss. The paint on my car is complete shit. So that's what I do right now. Plus I have a big ass hole in my hood, so using the hose isn't really something I'm looking to do around my car. I do when I finally get the body kit and paint it, I won't be doing that anymore. Just to make it clear, I don't wash a car like this. Only that car. Alright, now it's time for attempt number 3 of starting it. Gonna see if it works. Gonna drive it around the block because I adjusted the clutch. I never drove it after I adjusted the clutch, so just gonna take it around the block and come right back. There goes my cell phone. Oh. Success. I'm gonna put you back up top over here. Got my workbench. Got you, hold on. Ooh, it stayed on. All right, so changing that power wire to straight to the starter seems to be working 3 times in a row. It cranked right over. If anything, I could always add more grounds if I need to add more grounds, but it's working so far. Ben's fixed the windshield wiper, and that's it. Clutch feels good. I hope you enjoyed that little sound clip of me going up the hill. I didn't get on it. My neighbors are out. Not trying to be a complete ass. So thank you guys for joining me. Tomorrow, I'm not too sure if I might do another daily. I have no idea yet, but subscribe to follow along. Videos that I have ready to go. The last one from last week was removing the rear subframe. This week, if I decide to post it, it's removing the bushings and then painting the subframe. So those are another two videos to look forward to. If you don't know how to do the whole subframe upgrade stuff, you can follow along. It's not too hard. Taking the bushings out themselves are a real pain in the ass, but they come out. And that's it. So I will see you on the next one. Subscribe again. Maybe I'll post maybe I'll do another daily tomorrow. I don't know if I have anything to do yet. I do want to try to film a new intro at some point and maybe like an outro clip, but I had a drone. I was borrowing a drone and then I gave it back before I got a chance to do the outro clip that I wanted to do. So we'll figure something out. Thanks for joining me. Subscribe, comment, and all that good stuff. Give me some of these hands emojis in the comments for, or I guess fingers crossed emojis for the starter working still. I'll see you on the next one.